What is this from? Don't look. What's it from? Do you know?
I danced to it in ballet.
So
I'm just trying to remember which one it is. I don't remember.
Most famous.
Swan Lake.
Swan Lake.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does your body know the motions to it?
Yeah, there's a cellular level memory of contracts release of like the muscle groups. Yeah.
I have cellular level sphincter memory of like contracting and releasing based off
during
of you,
moments of stress. Or...
during moments of you getting mad at me,
Uh-huh.
like where the sphincter clenches and releases.
Yeah.
And it's like a cellular.
Does it do that, like, if you get that look from me every now and again that is similar to a previous...
Oh my God, yes.
Uh-huh.
If you're mad at me and you give me a look, just a look. Is there other watchers out there that are at the stage of their relationship, like we're at 172 years now together, where it's just a look is all you need to know the whole like, no conversation needs to be had. You know what you did wrong, you know why you think you're right, you know what the other person thinks you did wrong, all from like a glance. Yeah, I'm at that. I'm at that cellular level sphincter clenching when I get that glare from you.
You know, I don't know if you actually really know the right upset, though, because like we were just in the kitchen and you gave me a funny look.
That was a rare moment where the look
we
was
were
missing.
off. What you thought and what I thought.
You thought.
What I was giving you was not, you were not picking up what I was putting out.
Right. Well, that does happen. That does happen. We're misaligned. We had a misaligned week. There was a lot of misfires. A lot of misfires. Can we do
slow-mo.
Can we do a slow-mo of that? It actually looks like you're doing it.
I know, it does.
How are you doing that?
I don't know.
You're doing like a really cool sci-fi.
I know.
Do it again.
It's okay. I'll take a pass on repeated raspberries on camera.
Well, I knew... The one thing I learned after this week, was that when we get into stuff and we're trying to talk it out and we're working it out, what I realized is that it's best when I just conclude that you're right. And that most of the...
There's so much satisfaction washing over me. I just
most
can't
of the
handle it. Yes, that's the right answer, Bodhi Elfman.
Most of the communication involves around when I'm going to realize that you're right.
Yeah, listen, the end of any marital argument is you having a realization that you were wrong. And that's just the way it is.
Yes. Yes, when
you say yes now, but it's not that easy when you're mad trying to be right.
It's not that easy when I'm sure I'm right. But that it's not going to go good until I realize I'm wrong.
Okay, but here's my question.
Yeah, please. What's your fucking
I have
question?
like a marital spiritual physics question.
Yes.
If it resolves well with you having a realization that you were just wrong.
Yeah.
But it doesn't resolve well if I have a quote-unquote realization I was wrong. Doesn't it mean it's closer to the truth that you are, in fact, wrong if everything goes smooth afterwards?
I like your theory, first off. And I want to commend you on what I would consider...
I gotta get this straw in my mouth.
A very self-assured theory of yours. And once again, it's qualitative to how confident you are as a person. My response is
it's not smooth on your end.
Is that
you like have to take a walk
is
afterwards to make it smooth? Is that the point?
Simply said, I'm more okay with eating shit than you are.
Oh, I see.
That's what I've realized in our marriage is that if I eat shit, but I know it keeps us happy, I can deal with it. You do not like to eat shit, even if you're wrong. And if you're wrong, it takes you 3 days to make me wrong to come back and have some sort of talk about
Sorry, I need to itch my nose. I just feel so right when you realize you're wrong. It feels so right to me on such a deep level that I don't even know how to begin to explain it.
Oh my
It
God.
just feels so right.
You do not like to concede in an argument. And you are so smart. You like you,
But I am mostly right, aren't I?
well, in areas of
In areas I'm right in?
life and jurisprudence and grace of the living, but that doesn't translate necessarily every time to a marriage. Not every time. Like,
Aww.
you're like no, again, I feel like I should just say, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm incorrect about this.
Oh.
You're mostly right. And I'm mostly wrong.
Yeah.
See? A little of me dies. My balls
And a little bit of me blooms.
my balls get a little more chopped, but the marriage is happy, and happy wife, happy life.
But see, that there is something to that.
Oh, totally. Totally.
There is
I'd
something
much
to that.
rather eat shit and be wrong about
But
something
isn't
than I'm
that
right.
how nature rigged it then? Because you don't feel so bad from eating shit. I feel really bad if I have to eat shit.
Yeah, I
and
can take it if you're happy. If it means you're happy,
So that's how nature intended.
oh my God, you treat me well when you're happy. I get like affectionate Jenna and playful Jenna. And even if it just meant me apologizing for something that I feel is not totally worthy of me apologizing for, but you're all happy now and you're in a good mood. You walk around with a fluffy tail, so to speak, and yeah. And I realized a long time ago, I don't care.
I mean, is that just our marriage or is that all marriages?
That's what I'm curious about. And
like, is it as hard for other women to eat shit about their in a disagreement with their husband, or is it easier for the husband? I don't know. Like, it just feels like I'm so certain of my rightness.
yeah. And then I want to know what happens with like gay couples. With like, is our stereotype true to men and women? So with a gay couple, like both men would acquiesce to the other just so it gets along. With women, would both of them just be uber right, and that would be problematic. Like, how would that translate? Like, I'd love to know from people out there how it works in their relationships. I have found if you're happy, then everything goes fine.
Yeah. I just think we go with that.
That's how you want to pull it? Okay.
But look, when we're having a discussion, I make a point. When I make my point, like when I come up to the podium, you know, and I come to the witness stand and I make my point.
Yeah.
I see you go. I see you actually.
Oh, those are real moments. That's
those
real.
moments when you have a legit change of your point of view.
Yeah.
And I was right.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't feel like I have as many of those when you take the podium. I don't feel like I have like these. Oh, yeah. I don't feel like that happens to me.
You don't have
as much as it happens to you, which means I'm more right.
That's a good logic point.
Thank you.
That's like
again, I'm more right. I'm right in this.
That's like the mathematician teacher who knows he must be a good teacher because none of the kids say he's wrong. Then another mathematician teacher whose kids say he's wrong a lot. So then the teacher says, I must be right then. Well,
it's like beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Is it rightness?
Right.
I mean, that's a, I'd admit I'm wrong when you make a good point. I'm like, yeah, I was an asshole. It's just rare.
I do know.
Hair flip.
I do know that I used to bully you into me being right.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
And something occurred. I don't know when it occurred. Maybe after our first kid and we
were too tired.
We were too
tired to bully.
Where I was like,
my
realizing
nipples were falling off.
I had like a come to Jesus moment with myself of like, I don't ever want to bully you into being. I used my logic and my crafty Jewish lawyer skills that are inherited through 1,000 years of my DNA to argue a point correctly. I used that to make you wrong for the first 25 years or 23 years or something like that. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, that's really fucking awful. And then
but it didn't work on me.
Yeah, maybe.
You were just become so squeaky wheel. I was like, fuck it.
Right.
Okay. But then I didn't feel good about it.
And what I notice now is that I don't try to be right so much anymore. I don't like stand up. I just take it from you. I get it. And I just take it and then but you less often will, you less often will say something to the effect of like, well, let me look at this myself. Like, you won't, if we have an argument, you won't always go off and be like, let me look at, that's the one thing that makes me fucking batty.
Okay.
Makes me fucking batty.
All right, say it.
Is that we have an argument, and I'm like, God, what did I do? And you're like, God, what
I'll
he
tell
did.
you what you did.
And you're like, God, what he did. And you don't go off and go like, oh, I do the same thing. Or something like
yeah.
that.
You know why?
Why?
Because I don't want to do that publicly, because then I feel like it gives you something you'll use on me later, and I don't like it. I don't want to give you ammunition.
Oh. Okay.
Because there's times where I'll say things, and then instead of just, and this is why I think girlfriends are for some communications and why husbands are not. Like, why you have why a girl has her girlfriends to talk to. Because a husband, when you say something personal as a wife about something you're vulnerable about, you bump into all of their noisy points of view about that subject that they've observed in you and had opinions of, instead of them just being neutral and listening.
Sure.
And it's you're already vulnerable talking about something vulnerable, and then it's like you run into their shit on it. And I don't want your shit on it.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's why I don't want to like be, I do that, or I do that sometimes. I'll give it up.
Okay.
But certain times I'm like, I'm not going to say he's right. Because he's going to fucking do the dominant thing.
In my opinion, you can be a bit stubborn with that. In my opinion.
Yeah. I guess as a woman, I get like, I'm not giving it to you. Yeah. I'm not giving you that leverage.
Right. Okay.
I need to take whatever I can get.
Right. Well, happy wife, happy life.
Yeah.
In the reverse of that is that I'll say something to you, and I'll be like, I just don't think you, I'm going to use a stupid example so we don't get ourselves all fucking worked up, okay?
Yeah.
I'll say like, I just don't think you cook with enough olive oil so it sticks to the pan, which actually is upsetting me because that is how you cook eggs. You don't use enough olive oil.
I use butter now and it's better.
But okay, so made up example, right?
Okay.
And I'll say something like that. And then fucking 3 years later, you'll be like, oh, because you don't think I use enough butter. And that's why. And I'll be like, holy shit, that was like one conversation. You've been thinking about that?
We don't ever forget slights. A woman scorned. We hold on to that shit.
Right. That's like a powerful ability. You will take it to the, you get a death
Yeah, but you
grip.
know what men do?
What?
They start wars and blow shit up. We don't do that.
Oh, totally. That's true.
Go fuck yourself.
But I didn't start any wars.
With your women holding on to things.
Yeah.
Women don't blow shit up and do that. That's men.
You're fucking right. You're absolutely right. Men are fucking that up. The big dick factor. Oh my God, it's just a world full of people trying to prove their dicks are bigger right now, right?
Yeah.
That's the big dick factor.
I don't know what it is. It's like a fight over who can own or generate or corral more energy. And I don't know. I mean, these things have been going on for thousands of years.
Yeah.
These
same wars, just bigger, more worse toys.
Yeah.
Which is what makes it crazy. So
I think, women, you could expect a Cold War. You want a Cold War?
God,
women. You
amazing.
want like bombs blowing up? It's men.
Oh my God, you're right. Yeah, if women were in charge, there would be wars. It would be Cold Wars.
Long.
Oh my God, long drawn out, just
slow death wars.
Slow, calculated, over calculations with
red herrings.
With triple calculations with red herrings.
Red herrings and trapdoors.
Pivots and trapdoors. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's us.
Oh yeah. Oh, and the looks.
Yeah.
Oh, I just imagine the luncheons between the world leaders of women having their white wine while plotting. It would be such a more interesting world with that. Because there'd be no risk of worldwide nuclear war. Where was
there really wouldn't. I don't know that women would do that.
But there would be some crafty ass spy work.
I think there'd be amazing spy work, and there'd be some really embarrassing shit for men.
How so? Like how?
Oh, we just would know how to set you up to then embarrass you and put all your shit forward in a way that you can't even do anything about because you didn't see it coming.
Yeah. Would there be a world that could exist where like men just go, oh fuck it, and we go
Where do you go off to your little islands and drink beer?
Elon Musk will build the
Man Escape
Man Escape on Mars. And
you could just blow each other up
on Mars. Then you guys will be here doing your calculated,
or the moon or wherever.
I wonder how that would go.
And then women will just walk around looking awesome.
Well rested.
A
couple knives and some backs.
Yeah.
Slowly placed with blood trickling out. In some cases.
Then we'll go get a mani-pedi and forget about it.
In some cases, quite happy.
I mean, we are brutal.
I almost wanted to say, but I feel like I'll get death threats. But like women can have a tendency for more drama at times than men. But
it's a different kind of drama. Yeah. I'm sorry, killing using bombs to kill innocent people is drama.
But that's extreme. That's insanity. That's like
it's
psychosis.
Yeah.
I'm talking average everyday man, average everyday woman. The women of the world on a average, and again the death threats will start. They'll be like a picture of me most wanted. Women have a tendency for more drama, in my experience, to creating more drama. Mm-hmm. And that men have a tendency to want to have less drama, but a non-confront over shit. And women are very good solvers. Mm-hmm. Women have very good intellect for solving. I mean, these are all just generalities. So none of them really...
pontifications of,
They're just things from my book. I went to a bookstore yesterday. It was like my first time in a bookstore in a long time. And what I was amazed at was how obnoxious the autobiographies from well-known people are about the things that they have to say. Like everyone's got their my journey. And I'm not going to name any names. Of course not. I don't have any interest in embarrassing or throwing anyone under the bus. But I was walking and it was like, that person's got a book out. And I picked up a lot of them just to flip through, just go to a chapter. And then my mother didn't understand. I mean, these are celebrities, right? And then my mother didn't understand why I moved the family and I never got the support. Okay, in the next book. And it's and that's why at age 25, I decided to change my life because no one knew what I was about. It was all these celebrities.
Just blaming others for their condition?
Pontificating. Well, it was sort of pontificating about how important they are and
how important their travails are?
Yeah, how important their travails are and why that led them to make the decisions they have made.
That we need to now read about.
And I do like biographies.
I like reading stories of an adventurous life.
Yeah.
I don't want to read about someone's psychobabble therapy session. I got my own.
Oh my God.
I'd much rather read about adventures.
It was like these celebs sat down with their therapist and talked about when the time that their hamster died, and I'm making shit up, but something happened.
Yeah.
And then they was like, I gotta write it down.
Right.
I gotta write it down. And the picture and the conclusion is always and now I'm living my best life. And now I've learned to accept the faults and of others and live it's almost like the same song with the same part where it crescends and the same part where it does. Every book was the same life lessons they've learned. And I just thought, God, that's fucking self-important. It was the same when...
Yeah.
It was the same when COVID when it first hit and it got real crazy. And there was celebrities oh my God, from their home in in Hawaii, on the coast of Hawaii, or their McMansion on the Hamptons. They're it's just awful. I was oh my fucking God, really? Please? Really? Is it that bad? That hard? Oh yeah, you're having to... Oh, the chef can only come 3 days a week. Yeah, that's fucking nuts.
It's all relative. It's all relative, isn't it?
It's all relative.
It's relative.
Right.
To, whatever.
Are you being on your best behavior? You don't like it when I yap about anybody in particular. I'm not saying anybody in particular.
No. I understand. You have a button. You have a certain button about... an injustice-y, sort of self-important when people get that way.
Yeah.
It's a button of yours.
Explain
and
it to
I really
me.
understand.
Explain it to me.
You don't like it when people who really don't have troubles are complaining.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I have trouble when I hear about someone talk about things done to them
Like when they're all victimized when
Yeah.
there's a shit show or way too much opportunity.
And I'm like, oh
it's
my
just
God, like, read a history book.
Yeah.
Like, look at what people before us have had to deal with, and you're like, and they're just negative people around me, and I can't be myself, and I like, okay, fucking yeah.
Right.
Welcome to Earth. Deal with it. Literally,
Yeah.
your grandparents were like fighting for bread.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not, yeah. I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah. It's kind of like when I complain too much. You don't like to hear about that either.
That's a man problem. I think that men, I don't know. I think that women need women friends. I really do.
Yeah, but I can listen to you complain. You're allowed to walk through the house complaining. We've said it a million times on the podcast. You can walk through the house and make 5 complaints from the bedroom door to the refrigerator door, and it's totally okay. If I were to do that, you'd be eye roll. Your eye sockets would like break in half from rolling your eyes.
The difference is,
Put it down. Put the finger away.
the difference is I have no fucking idea that I'm doing it because I'm out of my fucking mind as a complainer. Naturally. And women are very...
Thank you for coming to that.
Women are very knowingly complaining and actually actively doing so. I'm completely, ridiculously whining about things without even noticing that I'm whining.
That's why you're probably critical of people who are whining.
Probably. Because as my normal state of operational communication as I walk through the house, I'd be like, oh my God, my fucking... Like, it's like I am my grandfather that's like, oh, my back. Like,
you know what I wanted to say, but I can't say it to you in the moment, so I might as well just take the opportunity when we have a kind of an audience.
yeah, now's a good time.
I would like to say this.
Yes, please.
Not all thoughts need to be voiced out loud.
That's interesting.
You're a non-stop. You literally will say out loud your entire yappy thought process as you walk through, like, oh, and the trees, like it's nonstop. Like you just say what's going through the head, and actually you don't have to do that.
Okay. May I say something too? Since we're just here? That I feel like it's like, well, quid pro quo?
Sure.
My advice to you, since you said that very eloquently to me, is not all thoughts have to be said. And
To
you
you.
don't... To you.
What?
I'm saying literally
okay.
the same thing back. That not everything has to be said, and you don't have to continually talk about it nonstop. That the record, like, eventually the song has to taper off.
You mean when I'm in the middle of saying it?
I'm saying you do the same thing.
I don't walk around saying all my thoughts out loud.
Yes, you do.
I do not.
Well, then maybe you just have a lot more thoughts that you're holding back, but enough come out.
Oh, okay.
Not true for her at all.
It's
You
gonna be a quiet house now. Let's see who could be more
do
quiet.
you know how many times you've made that threat? Do you know how many times you've made the threat at the end of an argument? It's like, I just won't talk about it. I won't ever talk to you again.
Really
about
don't.
it.
I think I walk around the house quite quiet most of the time. I don't feel like I'm yapping constantly.
Okay.
I
okay.
don't do
Agreed.
that.
Wait. Mine is
Make it real to me. Like,
Okay.
what is it that I actually do? Because
Okay,
I
wait,
don't
hang on.
walk around yapping all my inner
Mine
thoughts.
is a constant small dog yammering that never ends. Yours is occasional outbursts that are like pit bull. That's like, oh my God. That's the difference. So you don't do it all the time like I do it, but mine's more low key. Yours is quiet mixed with like, where you're like, everyone jumps. There you go. So I'm a yammering chihuahua and you're a pit bull.
Much rather be a pit bull.